Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. How are you guys after a fun Wednesday night? I guess a lot of trade activity I've noticed this morning. So it looks like some folks really made some good moves last night.
Did someone on Team Steam get traded?
Right. Oh, funny.
I hope not. Is everyone here? Is everyone in the building? Does anybody want to be traded?
Right.
Does
Maybe we
anybody have
could
any trade
put someone on the
demands?
trade block.
Do you want to get traded to one of those other channels? Do I want? Are they going to trade us to another channel? If I get this, so Kyrie's happy for KD that he's out of there. They were together. They were the team leaders. I mean,
Right.
who are we? They already got the coach fired, and then now they.
It's like, what more do they want?
They said we'll be better without Nash. They got the coach fired. They bring in Jacques Vaughn, and then they're gone. Like, who's the problem here? Is it my man Joe Tsai? Is it the organization? I mean, I don't know. Brooklyn. Look, everyone's talking about KD going to Phoenix. I see everybody in the chat all excited as well. Hey, maybe we'll get Mindy's thoughts. Maybe she's got Phoenix up in her power rankings as number one, but he's still not on the court. Phoenix just traded. New Jersey's going to be sitting there in a few with all these draft picks. Brooklyn, I'm sorry, I'm so old. Brooklyn's going to be sitting there with all these draft picks, Mindy. But what's the problem here? I mean, just some type of cancer. And of course, the new owner, he just gets, basically sworn in by the other owners, and he wants to make a splash. So is it enough to bring, hopefully soon, a healthy KD onto the court? And, in a wide open West, no disrespect to Denver and all the young teams, but and the Clippers. What do you think, Mindy? Is Phoenix the team to beat now in the West?
Well, sure. I mean, I don't see why not, right? I mean, I think it's one of those that the Suns have always just been maybe missing that little extra piece, a two guard or a power forward there. I mean, it's one of those that I think that, this just brings a different dynamic. Maybe it even speeds up the game a little bit, right? Because we always talk about, Paul just, playing a little bit slow. I think, it may be beneficial for them to be able to move this game along a little bit more, put up more shots, be able to run up and down the field. I mean, I think, I know that all these guys are getting old, but I think they can still make a pretty good run here, Ramon.
All right. Well, we'll see. First things first. I mean, they're shorthanded at this point for sure, I would think. With, waiting for KD to come back. Evan's excited. We're all. I don't want to get. I'm not down ever on KD. But he's had a major injury in his past. Keeps ended up, getting sidelined a bit. Hopefully he stays healthy. Hopefully Chris Paul stays healthy. Hopefully Booker stays healthy for these guys. I imagine after what has gone on there in Phoenix internally over the last, couple of years, obviously there was a big problem there. That maybe this is a positive thing for everybody and they can turn it around. I mean, the things that were going on, those are some very serious things in today's society that you just don't want to see go on within any business, corporation, office, whatever it is. So anyways, so there was that trade, and of course the Lakers make their big deal as well, and they trade a bunch of different assets off as well, but hopefully they've got their guy just to try to help them get in the playoffs. Their guys, they got some actually a young player too. So does that move the needle at all, really, for the Lakers, Mindy?
I don't know. I mean, I think though it could be an upgrade from Westbrook. I'm kind of looking at it maybe that standpoint. I don't know how much he really brought to that team. So I mean, I think there could be a little bit of upgrade.
Welcome today
morning,
to the
everyone.
Heart. Hello, nice to have you. And Jeffrey's here as well. Well, okay, we'll see about because there just seemed to be a weird, right? It almost looked like Westbrook was sometimes clowning LeBron, like they were buddies, but he's like, I'm still too good for this type of thing. I don't know. So, hello to walk this way. Hello. We were okay yesterday, Team Steam. We could have used a little more, I guess. I don't want to say from you. Maybe we made the wrong moves, but Mindy made all the right moves. So, Dave might have the most poignant comment. I mean, uh, yeah, there's not a lot of time left for Durant. The thing is, they need to do it now. And Booker's young. Don't Aiton's young. He just looks old.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't know, Dave. Let's give them a little more credit, Dave. I mean, they made the moves you need to make, right? I mean, look at this point. I mean, what is the future? It seems like, do these teams ever come through that stock their picks, right? I mean, you just got to make the move at the right time. You win a championship, other things can happen. You don't necessarily run franchises into the ground after winning a championship. Sometimes, yes, you have a big time hangover. Look at the Rams or something like that. So, yeah, okay, Ziggy, I got you there. I mean, that might, yeah. Well, yeah, we don't worry about. And look, you know, teams are getting money left and right. How they spend it is their choice. And I don't know. I think there's less inequity for those bigger market teams now, or again going against those bigger market teams because there is so much money. Yes, the LAs, the New Yorks of the world, but look, the Knicks really never make any economic splashes anymore, do they? No. So, uh, we'll see. And yeah, that's right, Conley. No, it was, yeah, because we were talking about it last night, in the chat about the Lakers. Wolves get Conley, right? The Lakers get D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt in that deal. The Timberwolves got Conley, and the Jazz got Westbrook. Of course, there were draft picks involved and things like that. I'm just talking about the personnel that's going to the teams right now, unless something else happened. Uh, I went to bed before that last trade was actually official, even though it looked like talk about the Durant trade. So that one was like a midnight, a midnight sneaky. I don't know. We got the trade deadline. I guess I'm expecting more dominoes to fall. I guess. So, all right. Good comments and good to see everybody here today. We'll see how that affects everything moving forward. And, only 4 games today. So we'll be talking about them all. And we'll also talk about 5 college basketball games. And as well, I'll be talking about the NHL where there's 7 games today. So,
Yeah, finally got a little bit larger card there.
So I think we said hello to just about everybody. Hope I didn't miss you. Go ahead and chime in again if I did. Burley's here today as well. If you were with Mindy again, you can cash out. How about another winning day for Mindy? 8-4 yesterday, Mindy. I know you had some. I know you had winner Oklahoma, Baylor over, New Mexico State and Grand Canyon over. Grand Canyon's an easy over right now, aren't they? You had Bryant. Saw somebody chatting there. I think one of your subscribers maybe showing off their Bryant tickets.
Right.
In the Discord.
DJ. Yeah.
And Team Steam, we had our ups and downs. We had Cleveland, despite again, here we are, 9 in the morning, 8 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Cleveland, then the big players are out. Didn't matter. Cleveland blasted Detroit. We did go down to defeat, though, in the NBA with Team Steam yesterday. So that's where we'll need to pick it up. But Mindy, you had premium winners left and right in the NBA. Charlotte, Washington under. You had the Celtics against the Sixers. You had the Wolves against the Jazz, as I did on the show yesterday. And you also had over in the Warriors and Blazers as a premium, as I also did on the show yesterday. So
Right.
even though Team Steam didn't come through, we did have quite a few winners. We, of course, swept that hockey game with the Canucks and the Rangers. Canucks puck line for me, game to go over for you, and we also struck, I think, yesterday.
The
Uh,
Stars.
Stars and under. So we actually swept the hockey, even though we couldn't come to an agreement on a premium. But that's just the way it goes. I mean,
Right.
sometimes those two plays can be just as good as one
That's right.
premium consensus. I mean, come on. So we had winners, I think. How did you guys do last night? It looks like everybody's pretty pleased. We want you to be honest. If you come here on a crummy day, you can tell us and blame us. Obviously, when you got Mindy going, you know, you're bound to keep winning. So keep pumping up Mindy while she's hot, because we know it. Well, maybe it will last forever. Maybe we'll just
Well, they don't last forever.
right
It
off on
usually
Mindy's
doesn't.
coattails into the sunset. She's up nearly 4 dimes over the last 30 days. You'll see right there at the top of Tony'sPicks.com. So great job. And our morning steam team up 1,600 units with our premium consensus here on the show over the last 30 days. So great job to you guys. Great job, Mindy, for getting the show together and making these picks. Tim Irwin, 6-1 yesterday. Collins swept as well. Take a look at our premium picks. Mindy, you got a 5-pack of college ball?
I do. I put out a 5-pack of college ball here already this morning, and then also did one play in the NBA. Lions again moving around pretty fast. Kind of the same thing for hockey. Saw a lot of totals really moving there as well. So I'm ready to go with most of, I think, unless lines change for me, that's going to be probably pretty much all I have here for the NBA and NHL. Probably will have some more plays in college basketball yet. How about you, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll be active certainly today in the big college card and also the NHL card. NBA, we'll see. Obviously, 2 of the games have major effects. Actually, 3 if you think about the Lakers as well, because look who's playing today. The Bulls are playing the Nets, the Suns are playing the Hawks, and the Bucks are playing the Lakers. 3 teams that had major impacts overnight. So our job is to handicap those factors in. You hear so many talking heads, Mindy, right? Oh, I can't play that game because of the trades. Well, hey, why not handicap those trades into your handicap a little bit, right?
Exactly.
So,
I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Getting as much information as possible and trying to turn that in your favor.
like to welcome for the first time Top G Network. Hey, we got picks, Top G. You better believe
we're
it.
just
We've
getting
got
ready.
A bunch of picks here today. Probably just as many picks as anybody on one show on the internet. Your first look at the betting lines here on YouTube here on Thursday. So, all right, C-Spill is here as well. Yep, we're going to have picks in the NBA. College basketball, 5 games and 7 games in hockey. So we'll get rolling on those right now. Still showing off Mindy's numbers.
Intro.
easy sell at this point. So, all right, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of our premium pick packages for Thursday's action. I was on that leaderboard somewhere, Mindy. Let's just say I was in the green. That's
right. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So, all right. And there's our premium picks section with those leaderboards. Let's get started on the picks. That's what people want after all.
That's right. That's why they're here.
But certainly a lot of talking points today with what's going on. By the way, there's a football game this weekend.
What? Are you sure? Kind of forgot about that.
We'll be all over it. Let the other people handle it for now. We've got other things. We've got to win tonight. We can't make any money on Sunday's game tonight. So
that's right.
Go to the free picks rapid fire and get started in the NBA. Looks like Ron's ready to roll with his.
I know. Beating us to the punch here.
Okay.
Puts a lot of pressure on me getting those picks right away.
Well,
see if I come in on the same side.
Right. I don't think these two teams been involved in any trades in the last 24 hours. I hope not. With the Denver Nuggets and the Orlando Magic. Our champions, the Magic. People can make fun of us, but they brought us some good times. Hey, the Nuggets are here favored by 6, Mindy, and the total's up to 233 already. Already seeing pressure to that over. It opened like 231 or so.
It's already gone to 233, huh, Ramon?
Yeah, this one opened, I want to say 231. Yeah, maybe that was the lowest open. So definitely pressure up a point and a half uh, on some movement here. I don't know necessarily if it was steamed up. I'll take a look.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the total here. That's kind of why I was wondering, but it's actually kind of moving, against me or in my favor, whatever you want to say, right? I'm going to take a look at the under. It's 8-2-1. The Nuggets last 11, and then also 5-1. The Magic's last 6, playing on a day's rest here as well. I'm going to go under in this game, Ramon.
All right. Well, I kind of respect the move, and I don't know. I'm not so sure. And it is getting up there. In fact, uh, right as we speak, you were kind of startled, and so was I at that 233 because it was just 233 within the last couple of minutes. But that board is lighting up big time right now. So just hold your horses. Mindy. You're certainly giving out the pick now, but anybody who's going to back Mindy's play, I would say just even wait. Do not punch that button. Do not punch that ticket up right now. Just wait a little bit. You might even get another half a point or point out of it because right now it is getting steamed to the over big time. It is a move that I respect, so probably will not be getting on board actually with Mindy in this one. I could see where the number might be comfortable for her because of the increase in this total. So not necessarily. Maybe I am fading it a little bit, but for me, then I'll come in on the Magic here. Yeah, what can I say? I was hoping you'd be on it, but I'm going to be on the Magic here in this one. They are 16-11 at home against the spread. Meanwhile, Denver, we know they do struggle when they go out on the road, 10-15 against the number this year. And the Magic as an underdog. I talk about our champions because I already put them in the playoffs, even though they're not even going to come close. Hey, they should just let the teams with the best spread records in the playoffs. I bet you get a better brand of basketball. How about Orlando 29-18 as an underdog? I'll take Orlando tonight in this one against Denver at home. Mindy's got the under 233 and rising.
That's right.
So just hold on there. Wow, there's I missed a ton of comments there by trying to fiddle around with that backstage a little bit there. But and maybe we can start back with what Dave was said. Looks like Jokic is all he's definitely the man there. Ron does say he is on Denver here. Like what Evan said. C Spill says Nuggets cover. And how about Bowl 17 minutes? I don't know what that
Are we going over under that?
How about the college game I previewed the other day with Bowles' cousin was on the team? All right. Blake says our consensus is 9. I don't know if you caught that one show, Blake, where we ended up with 4 plays.
Right.
We went like 1, 2, and 1 or something like that. So Ziggy's going to be on the Magic here. TJ on the Magic as well. All right. Evan might be with you there, it looks like, Mindy. But Angel's going to be on the Magic. Ron's on Denver. So a lot of, I don't know if we'll all be on the same here on this one. And here comes Burley, wants to go with the Magic here. Butterscotch on the Magic. Ron talked about that Cavs game last night as they get it done big time without their 2 big scorers. So Yeah, Ziggy says the Nuggets are hot. The Magic, has a tendency to blow it. And hey, Nathaniel, I think we said hello already, but joining us, of course, from Israel today. Thurman, Magic, and under. So that's our combo right there, technically.
Right.
All right. So Mindy's on the under. I'm on the Madge. Okay, so now we got our work cut out for us. We'll make picks. We will not say, "Oh, these teams." Why not? I mean, the game's still being played. Let's have a bet. Bulls and Nets. The Nets are favored by 1, and this total is dropping a little bit here to 27.5.
Well, I'm going to take a look at the road team here. I'm going to go with the Bulls. They are 3-1 here as of late, putting up 115 per game. Also, 4-0 against the spread in their last 4, played on a day's rest, and 4-1 against the spread versus the Nets over the last 5 games. Taking the Chicago Bulls here, getting +1.
All right, Mindy, on the Bulls here, plus a point. And, I'm going to agree with you, but I do want to point out, and I don't want to scroll back up. I do want to scroll back up kind of, but I see who is talking about Cam Thomas because, look, Cam Thomas doesn't want out of Brooklyn, right? I mean, this is the golden opportunity for him. And sometimes, I don't know, I'm kind of like, hey, you know what? Watch out for the Nets, okay? If you guys want out, yeah, maybe they're going to be, without KD, without Durant, whatever's happened there. Cam Thomas isn't looking like he's missing those guys. It looks like he's the next league star. Being able to look at those games, he's been pouring in the points. So I'm gonna go with the Bulls in this game. I just want to point out what Cam Thomas is doing, and we're going to be hearing a lot more about Cam Thomas now for sure. I don't think this is going away. Yeah, it's sometimes players jump up and have a couple of good weeks, but boy, the impact he's made, without those guys and the attention he's starting to get, does make it seem like, the Nets, they can build with with the moves that they made. Who was it? There it is. Dave was talking about it, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Talking about Thomas. So, I mean, he's been pouring in those points big time. All right. See if we got any more comment. Angel. Oops. Burley says tonight's value is on the Bulls money line.
Lock it in.
Okay, percent better says Cam's not going anywhere. Okay, here's percent better on Chicago. Ron says Chicago. Welcome to Greg today. Butterscotch on Chicago. Dave Nets. Nathaniel Nets. Angel Nets. That's his other official play of the day. He's here on record. Greg ended up on Chicago. Yeah, that's the only thing. Hey, Leader Gas Squad. All right, I'm down with you. Is that you, Leader? Is that what you were saying, Mindy?
The Leader Gas Quad. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those like it's hard, to beat Vegas on a normal day. I mean, I know parlays are fun. Everyone likes to do them, right? We all kind of get into it. But yeah, they were saying, hey, if you would have just straight up bet 7 out of 9, you would have been probably 600 units ahead or so. I mean, or $60 or whatever, however much you play, right? So that's all they were just saying. Hey, how about a little bit helpful hint?
Yeah, well, everybody loves the big payday, but
Right.
why not bet all your bets straight bets and then throw down the small parlay? Much smaller on your percentage of the bankroll. So I hope we got everybody's plays in there. We're on the Bulls. I'm going to take the Bulls, but I just want to let you know that the Nets are going to be on my radar here.
Sure.
Probably getting a lot of support from me moving forward. I think those guys look. Good luck to Phoenix. I mean, I know we have some Phoenix fans in here, I think, and you know what? I kind of want to pull for KD because I don't know. He kind of sometimes he's a little different too, and he's just a sensitive guy. I get it. He's a great player. Probably doesn't get the respect that he deserved, and probably in the long term he will not either, unless he can win a championship. I don't want to say on his own because he's got another great set of complementary players around him, just like he did with the Warriors. But probably needs to solidify his legacy with another title. And I'm just not sure that that's going to be the case for Durant. Those other guys will have to lift him up, just like uh, Clay and Steph and Green did with the war. They will need major contributions from Paul, from Booker, from Aiton. And I don't know if that trio is quite the same trio as in Golden State. And you're still going to have to go through either Golden State or Denver or I keep saying the Clippers, but all right. Good to see C. James here as well. All right, make sure I got them all in there, Mindy. We're ready to move on and take a look at the game between the Suns and the Hawks. So here we are. Good. That's a mini segue there with the Hawks now favored by 7. Phoenix probably trying to get their stuff together a little bit. They're really going to be up against it. The total 228.5 and dropping. Again, Phoenix likely shorthanded, I would think, until they can get Durant in there, solidify the roster. Yeah, Paul and Booker, are back, but you also have Booker's actually out of this game. By the way, he's on because of his injury. He's going to be on rest, but TJ Warren going to be acquired as well. Probably not ready to go. Apparently, he's questionable, but Shamit out still as well. So Phoenix got issues, even though they made this deal.
Hello to Dominic this morning as well. I'm going to go ahead and try the Suns. I'm going to take them +7. We'll just see how this one works out today. I think there may be a little bit of motivation. Hawks still a little bit, downtrodden on the defensive side as well. So I think it's one of those that the Suns can probably go ahead and keep it close.
Yeah, there's a lot of points, but it does speak volumes to maybe where the situation is in this game. And I think that's why the Hawks are, favored by so many, certainly. So I got to respect what you're saying there, Mindy, about maybe the number itself. And you still have Chris Paul, you still have DeAndre Ayton in there. So Hawks all day here. Angels with you in this one. TJ says he could use some help. There's Dominic. Good to have Dominic here joining us today. Yes. Thank you for coming in. Yeah. Greg saying, look, that 32-point loss last time. But, then again, we have different guys up, some different guys out there a little bit. So, and Butterscotch says he'll probably take the under. Corday says he'll do the pass. That's what I'll do. Yeah, you know what? Hard players, I don't want to make a pick. Ziggy comes in and says Hawks ATS. Kiadra, I want to thank Kiadra for joining the chat and the drive-through yesterday. It was good to have Kiadra there. Phoenix first quarter here. And all right. Well, the way I'm going to look at it, Mindy, I'm going to have to take a challenge here with you and take the Hawks.
Right.
I just think that the Suns will be a little bit up against it here in this situation. And, Corday, I think the deal there is, talking about the fact that this game opened at -7. And again, I'm just got a typo up there unless it says, no, -7. I don't think we ever saw a 1 necessarily. The lowest I saw was Hawks by 4. I think the writing was on the wall. Now I know that one book did open the Suns a 1-point favorite. I think it was an error, but I think that was before that some of the trade went down. It was an overnight line, so. Okay, and Ziggy says the 7 says it all. So that's the way I feel about it as well. Hawks to roll tonight. Mindy, you won the pizza the other day? I don't even know.
I think it depends on which lines we got, right? Isn't that
really?
what it was?
Okay, we better just make that one a wash.
I don't remember actually. My stuff's downstairs. I'd have to go get it.
Yeah, Dave, I believe Chris Paul will be in the lineup tonight. It's Booker that is reportedly going to be out of tonight's game as he kind of nurses back that injury. Ziggy, you probably definitely saw Hawks minus 4.5 and then went up when Booker probably gets reported out of the game. And all right, we're on opposite, huh? Okay.
That's all right.
And how about the Bucks and the Lakers here? The Bucks will come in as a favorite. The Lakers also will be in a little bit of a situation, although I believe with some of their, we know LeBron probably is listed as questionable still. You'd think, you know what, Mindy, they might need him in this one because I don't know if the Lakers are going to have any of those new players just yet. And, we talked about the exhausting effort that LeBron put in. I mean, he really couldn't even come back in the game late there when they were, they had an outside chance still. I thought they got a bum rap about, look, they're not competitive anyways. Who was expecting them? I know that you were on them in that game.
Yeah, in that game. I really did think that there was going to be a lot more try in that than what we saw in that game. That's what happened with me, right? I really thought that this team was really going to rally around him, and it wasn't like that. It was like they were like, "Hey, LeBron, why don't you just go out there and let's just wing it?" That's kind of how it looked to me, So
are you putting words in Anthony Davis's mouth? That's what it looked like, and that's where I'm getting at. Everyone was down on Davis's contribution, and also, though, what I mean by unfair is I think a lot of the analysts are saying, it looks like Davis and has maybe upset with LeBron, or I don't think that's the case at all. I think the guys are like they're very close.
I didn't see anything like that. I just thought it was like just a straight up lack of effort on everyone's part. Maybe it was all just wrapped up in the pomp and circumstance. I don't know, but I like the Bucks today, Ramel. I'm gonna go with them. They've won 8 in a row now, 5-1 in the last 6 here versus a team with a losing record, 4-1 the last 5 in Los Angeles here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bucks.
All right.
And the Lakers, a little bit of disarray here today.
Yeah, it does feel like it. There's plenty of support in the chat, but here's Ziggy wants the Lakers, percent better wants the Bucks, and also he's got the trifecta. I love that term, man. Ron, they're hot. The Bucks are hot. They're a cover machine. It feels like this is the spot for the Lakers all of a sudden, but I can't back them necessarily here in this spot. I want to so bad, but after games like that, it just and Evan says it perfectly here. So Jeffrey Linton, no, I didn't know he's a Lakers fan. Here's Kiadra wants the Bucks in the first quarter. Yeah, well, you're right, Evan, but I mean they were flat in the game, right? I mean they, okay, maybe they put the effort in to help him. I don't even know if they did that. Corday, I agree with Corday here. I think this is but I don't want to back. The Bucks are just too good right now. Don't overlook the fact that nobody made a big deal. I don't think when Middleton came back, but pretty big deal. TJ was the Bucks here. Angel, he wants the Lakers plus 200. In fact, I'm showing the line already up to 6. So Evans on the Bucks. Jeffrey says AD gets going tonight. Dave says he doesn't think LeBron plays. And I feel like this, right? I feel like this would be a rest spot, but again, you just traded some guys, and you don't have guys back there are real short-handed as well. It's kind of like they almost need LeBron tonight just to play. But I agree. I think this is a spot where LeBron, if they had players after, you saw him at the end of the, like he had set the record the quarter before. It was the fourth quarter. It was just before he came out of the game. It looked like they had lost. He put his hands on his knees like an old tired man, right?
Yeah, right.
And he was like, I am beat. So yeah, Corday, you're gonna get the Lakers +7. I'm on with Mindy Hahn, I'm afraid. Let's take the Bucks.
All right.
This one, I agree, Corday. I'm not. It is the spot. Everything on my note, this is the Lakers spot. Getting points at home after a loss. I'm pointing out that that's a loss. I know that you guys are saying it's a high for the Lake because of the record. I agree with Dave here. Wow, Terrell, they need more than urgency, right? You're right. I mean, they need to come out with they need this trade to work out is what they need. I mean, Tony, is pounding on it every day that it's really already desperation time for the Lakers. So, all right, that's a look at the NBA. Mindy and I are both on the Bucks. We're on the
Consensus
Bulls.
play number 2. We're getting there, getting there.
We're on a couple of road teams, the Bulls and the Bucks, 2 plays NBA.
2 plays, the end.
We've selected 5 college games on the massive 62 games. I don't know what it is. I know it's 60 something today. And we're going to start it off in Big Ten country. And that's mostly, I wouldn't say it's a big board, but, other than Pac-12 and these Big Ten games and some Gonzaga action, there's a lot of extra board and mid-major action. So let's start it off, though, with Iowa and Purdue. Pretty big game. You got Purdue favored here by 8 currently. Let's make sure that that's still 8. And the total 150.
Yeah, it's one of these that Iowa tends to struggle a little bit on the road. And then you have a Purdue team that needs to get back on track here. But, Purdue is only 4-7 at home. So it's a team that's a little bit wishy-washy here for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take Iowa to cover. They are 6-1 the last 7 versus a team with a winning record. The road team is also 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings here. I'm going to take those Hawkeyes +8 today. I think that spread's just a little bit too much for me for Purdue to cover this one.
Evan said there's percent better with an under. Jeffrey's with you in this one. TJ wants the under here as well. Evan says that Purdue is fizzling out. It's funny when they get,
They do that like every year, isn't it? I mean, I kind of always see I feel like Illinois tends to trend down towards the end of the season. I feel like Purdue trends down a little bit at the end of the season. Oh, man.
Well, it's funny when the guy, when a big man shows up and, makes the team instantly good, right? It's not like some of the, blue bloods or anything where they just every year they have a guy like that. And it's not like he's, right. It's not like you can see this guy making it in the NBA. Maybe he will, but the guys that are kind of frail a little bit. So, but I agree wholeheartedly with everybody here that's on the under in this game. I have a strong play on the under. Probably would have been premium. I'll give it out here because I'm thinking Purdue. I might be with Walk This Way. I might be going against. Don't fade Mindy on. Let's just say that. I'll take my chances with the under here right now. And if I'm going to fade Mindy, I'm going to keep it to myself. Don't tell anybody. All right. Let's take a look down. Another game here. It's UAB against North Texas in this one, Mindy. I'm showing North Texas 2 and the total here is 128.
I will be taking UAB here on the road, +2. I think it's a little bit of a revenge spot for them. They only shot 1 for 10 from 3 last game out, and they usually shoot like 38% from 3. So I don't think it's going to be that sort of repeat here again tonight. The road team is also 8-0 in these games. I'll take that road team UAB. I think they're playing pretty well right now, especially when I'm getting some points. I'll take them.
Yeah, I mean, they're the team that trails North Texas in conference. I mean, nobody's going to catch Florida Atlantic. I don't think at this point. North Texas isn't going to catch Florida Atlantic, I should say, right? I mean,
Right.
for the regular season title. So I think TJ's looking for the over in this game. I don't know. I mean, we're seeing so much pressure to the under here. Trends say over, but I'll agree with you, Mindy. I'm worried. North Texas had a pretty strong year so far, but I think this is a right spot for UAB. I will take them +2 points with you in this game, just because you're. Mindy. Hello to Joe Beswick. Is
I
that
am
you,
Joe.
Joe? Is that you? So I'll take them with you, though. I'll be happy to get on UAB in this one. They are 10-3 in conference. UAB's 8-5 in conference, and North Texas is 10-3 in conference. But percent better here, UAB and the over.
Yeah, I tend to like the over a little bit there. So,
Oh, okay. All right. Tony Livernessy's here today. Thank you, Joe, for joining us. All right, Mindy. I think give him one more second. I don't know if anybody have too much on this one. I'm on UAB for sure here with Mindy in this one. Both teams not great at covering the spread, anyways, but I just like the numbers here. Kiadra is going to be on with us as well.
yep.
All right. Yeah, North Texas 3-7 against the spread at home, but UAB is not much better against the spread. But
Sure.
all right. Let's go back into the Big Ten here and go with Northwestern going up against Ohio State. And Ohio State favored in this one. Let's see if it's still 5.5. I think probably it is. And the total is 137.5.
Yeah, well, Ohio State here is, usually in the position to win this game. But we know they're not just the same team that we're used to. This Ohio State team has been just struggling. I mean, especially at home. They are 1-9 here as of late. Just not really they're just not really doing much, covering the spread here. They really usually have, a good defense. I'm not seeing that. Northwestern, on the other hand, they do have the nice defense. I'll take the 6-4 team against the spread over that 1-9 team. I'm going to go Northwestern here today, especially getting some points.
Yeah. How about Northwestern on the money line? Anybody? I think we can try that today at +$2. Let's take Northwestern plus these points for sure, Mindy. I think they're in a great spot here against Ohio State. Looks like the chat's all over it already. So, yeah, Ohio State hasn't covered a number in couple months, it seems like. Here comes Scotch on North. This is like a unanimous run on the bank with Northwestern.
Right.
I hope we're not we're not fading you guys for sure in the chat. We're rolling with you guys, and I hope we're right. If we're all together, then maybe that's the problem, but I don't think so. Northwestern's been a pretty solid cover, and Ohio State has been really bad. So, Evan, I'm with you. I switched chairs today, and I'm really starting to feel it already. Kiadra says, fade the Bucks. So, all right, Mindy, that one's pretty easy. I think Ohio State looks pretty good in this matchup against Northwestern today, taking those points. I almost want to say get on it now while we can. So I don't mean right this second. I'm just anybody out there is going to play it. I think that might be best to get on Northwestern. I think they might end up being a pretty popular play. We were on them pretty quick there. It did open 6 at a few places. It hasn't really moved yet, but Northwestern is taking about 2/3 of the public action so far. So, all right. Pac-12 action now with Arizona State and Stanford. We get into the night card here. Stanford is favored in this one by 3. The total 138.5.
Well, don't send that total up, Ramon. I'm heading to the over in this one. Over is 5-1 in the Sun Devils' last 6 road games. Over 4-0 Stanford versus a team with a winning record. I like the over here. 138.5 now.
Yep, did go up, no doubt about it, but I'm with you. I'm with you in this one on the over with these two teams, ASU and Stanford. I think Stanford's a team to look at here, maybe that can get the money, but I think I prefer the over just in case. Let's see here. Nothing yet from the chat necessarily on this one, but for me, you got an ASU team that's gone over in 8 of their last 10 games right now. And Stanford, they've trended over just a little bit, but it's ASU of late playing in some high scoring games. And the fact that they're a dog here, where they're 5-3 to the over as a dog, makes me also want to consider this over. Thinking in mid 140s might be reasonable here. Let's go over 138.5, Arizona State and Stanford in this one for dare I say third pick in college ball.
That is it. You are correct. We're up to 5 already.
Nothing from the chat here necessarily.
Oh, there we go. We got Arizona State.
Leader
over.
Scotch and leader gas squad. Okay. USC and Oregon tonight, one of the nightcaps, 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 8 Pacific. Oregon at home, favored in this one by 4.5, 142.5.
Well, it's one of those that the road team usually wins this matchup. And I just think USC right now is playing better ball than this Oregon team. They are winners of 4 straight now, scored over 80 in each of those. Oregon is pretty strong defensively, but they're not covering hardly anything here as of late. Just totally got smoked by Arizona. Ducks 1-5 in the last 6 following an ATS win. I'll be taking the USC Trojans here and the plus points on the road.
Let's make it 4 out of 5. I want USC in this one. They're a great road team, 7-2 against the spread on the road this season. Oregon, no, they're not terrible against them, but they're not good against. They're just mediocre. And I think SC is a team that gets a lot of numbers for us. So let's take them in this one, plus 4.5. I like SC. They might pull this one out. I know I'm hot and cold on this SC team. I want to be hot on them, but I watch them so often that I just get a little bit frustrated. But Jeffrey Linton here, hello to Gerardo today. Joe, I think, is taking the over on this game. That's the way I'm going too. Gerardo said his play was on Iowa. USC is Scotch's lock of the day. Lock it up, Mindy.
That's right. I got
it.
Also like the over with you guys.
Lock of the day. We're on it. We got 6 plays so far in just.
I know. I thought we were going to be, worried a little bit by the time we got to hockey that we'd really have to push through to get that over under 9. Now I think we're going to get it today.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Especially, and then all the USCs did come in after that. Walk This Way, percent better, Kiadra, and they all like SC there. Yep, TJ's waiting for hockey. This is a nice.
I know, he's making his bank in the hockey. A lot of folks are this year.
It's too easy. Is it too easy? Let's get winners. Let's take a look with a pretty good game to start us off between Colorado and Tampa Bay. Pretty close price here with Tampa Bay favored at home just by about $1.25 or so, and this total is 6 over 15. I'm showing it down to about $1.20. Maybe some actions coming in on the Avs.
Well, I like the home team. I'm going to take the Lightning. They are 5th in goals for this season yet. Avalanche still running a little bit behind, ranked 24th in goals for at 148. Lightning 5-1 in their last 6 versus a team with the winning record here. 8-2 over the last 10 versus the Central. I'll take the Lightning.
Yeah, I was leaning that way, but it's also a good spot for Colorado for me. I'm just not sure. It's going to need further investigation for me to get on the side here. So, TJ, oh, let me put the Discord in there. I don't know if that's what TJ was wondering about, but maybe we got to get some more people in there. We haven't done that yet. So let's quickly do that before we
Yeah,
turn.
I did not appreciate Tampa Bay losing a couple times either. So
Okay.
that doesn't mean I'm just totally getting off of them.
What Kiadra was saying there. So
Yeah, there's a couple of folks that are like, Tampa Bay has killed me 2 straight, not touching it.
Scotch is on the under here. So am I on this one. I feel like this is going to be an under here. So, there's what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Kiadra does also like the under in this game. So do I. So does Verley. And there's our Discord to join us for more conversation. So, all right. Bindi is on the Lightning, and I am on the under. I just feel like it's a spot for Colorado, but Tampa is the one that at home they're better money makers at home. So I don't know what all that is, but it looks like under in the Colorado game.
DA1.
Sure, he'll tell us, and we're just missing it. But I have no TJs on the under. All right. The Oilers and the Flyers here. I'm showing the Oilers at $1.90, 6.5 over. It's even gone higher. I'm showing it as high as minus $1.35 to the over. We might have 2 sevens on this card, but it's all said and done.
Oh goodness. It's one of those like I like the Oilers. I don't know if I like them at minus 190 Oilers, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the under. Oilers have only given up 2 goals a game over the last 3 here. Flyers have only allowed 1.6 goals per game. The under 7-3-1 in the Flyers last 11 here as well. Under 9-4-1 the last 14 in Philadelphia. Going under.
All right, Mindy's on the under here. I have my concerns about taking the under in this one just because Edmonton is just, that massive over team that plays almost 2/3 of their games to the over this season. So I'll be the one, Mindy. You said you're not sure about Edmonton, but I will be the one that steps out on Edmonton. Let's say probably got to take them on the puck line here. For show purposes, I will indeed take him on the puck line at minus 1.5%. Bettors going opposite me here. Thank you, Joe. Great to have you. Butterscotch, though, says Edmonton plus 1.5, which, that's a big, big price. I know that. I don't know if that's a typo.
Yeah, the next one.
Oh, okay.
Minus 1.5.
Okay. So me and Scotch are on another one together here in this one. Mindy will be on the under 6.5, and I'll take the Oilers minus 1.5. Walk this way on the Oilers as well. So, all right. Next up, the Kraken. They're on the road here taking on the Devils. The Devils are minus $1.55, 6.5 under 15.
Well, I'm going to go under here again, Ramon. Kraken 1 and 2 over their last 3, scoring only 1 goal per game. Devils here ranked 3rd in goals against, 134 goals only allowed this season. And the under is 9-1-1. The Kraken's last 11 versus Metropolitan. Under 3-1-1. Kraken last 5 overall. So going under here.
We got our first hockey pick for sure in this one with the Kraken and the Devils, I would think. Pretty solid unders. Yeah, the Krakens, can get involved in some higher scoring games on the road. But for me, with it at 6.5 shaded to the under, I think I would rather have the under in this one. You mentioned, Seattle's run. A lot of these, when they've come to their other trip to the East, had some low-scoring games. So let's see here. Percent better.
Yeah, they look really
maybe have lost something. He'll go under in this one. TJ's under in this one. We're on the under 6.5 here. I don't know. I still kind of want to trust him even at this price until, bookmakers have no, the reason why the crack could have been so profitable is when they were surprising everybody, they were getting a good price. They're still getting a good price. Obviously if they can't cash, that's going to hurt them. But
Just can't win.
I tried to write them off once already, and they came back
That is
so
true.
hard. So Kiadra loves the under in this game. So percent better says their defense was and I think that's what we're going to see. I mean, there will be some inconsistency, I would think, with Seattle. So butterscotch on New Jersey here. Well, we can't agree on them all. Scotch.
Well, that's
All
true.
right. Sharks and Panthers here. Total Sharks here. Panthers 215. The total should probably be 8. Quite, I don't know. Or do you like the 7 under 25? I guess there's also some 6.5 over 40s, but I think most of the books, their general line is about 7 under 25.
Karen at plus 1.5. Wow, what is she up to today? I tell you. It's one of those, like, I'm still kind of leaning, like you said, to the over. It's still a little scary to play, I think. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Sharks at 1.5 here, minus 132. I think they can go ahead and keep this one close. They are 16-12 on that puck line. Both teams winning 2 in a row now. Sharks, like you said, scoring 5. Panthers scoring 5. Sharks on the puck line today, plus 1.5.
Scotch is on the Panthers here. I'm going to be on the Sharks with Mindy. Verley's on the over in this game, but I'm going to take the plus 1.5 here in this one. For me, I think it's just, I don't know if it should be necessarily a $2 game. I feel like I missed the boat in that Sharks game. I had already said on the show that the Sharps were on the Sharks, and sure enough, they did. They came out and they really played well in that game. And percent better here also on the Sharks. We'll take them. We're going to get a better price than what you quoted, Mindy.
Oh, okay.
I think when we get back there, probably be laying $1.20. Maybe the general public lays $1.25 generally here. Some of the square books might be a little higher, but hopefully all of you have a nice sharp book that doesn't boot winners. And we'll take the Sharks plus 1.5 for our second play here. And I agree with TJ here. I mean, that's what it could be, 6-4.
That's kind of way.
We don't want. We need to be Sharks, so maybe say 5-4 just in case. But yeah, 5-5 over. That wouldn't be out of the question in this one.
Okay.
It does feel like it's going to be. I might even go to the alternate universe there and take one of those over 8s or something like that. So, all right. Flames and Red Wings here. The Flames are on the road $1.60 and the total 6 over 15.
Well, I'm going to take a look to the under in this one as well. It's one of those that this one has dropped a little bit for me already. I saw it at 6.5 earlier, now down to 6. Red Wings here, 0-2 in the last 2 here, only scoring 1 goal a game, under 6-1 the Flames last 7. I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, that's the thing that worries me about it is that there were those 6.5s out there. I really would have liked to have had some of that 6.5, and that's probably going to keep me off of it with you, Mindy. I like it, but I'd rather, I'm not going to recommend on the show. I love buying goals in hockey, and I don't worry as much about the juice as I do in other sports. I mean, look, you don't want to go into a basketball bet and buy, 2.5 or 3 points and pay $1.40, 50, or 60 or something like that, even more, obviously, right? But in hockey, when you can buy a half a goal and lay $1.50, $1.60, even $1.70, it makes a huge difference because, as we talked about, the score is usually going to be 5, 6, or 7, and you have to get it right. There's no. Right? It's not like in the basketball game where you're sweating it out. whether you're over or under and it's drawn out, right? The hockey is boom, it's instantaneous. So let's. I agree with Mindy, but I don't know if I like it at 6, and I'd rather buy it up and just make a little money bet. But I'll take the Red Wings in this one as a home dog on the money line against the Flames. I'll be on the Red Wings here in this one. And let's see what we got in the chat here. Burley's on the Flames going against me here, willing to lay the goal and a half. Burley, percent better. How many are out of this game or out here? I was just going to say. See you later.
He was like just not taking this game. But if he would play, he would be in that Flames -1.5 area.
Kiadra on the. It looks like everybody's on the Flames here. I'm on Detroit. I'm going against everybody. I'm on Detroit here. Looks like TJ. I think he recommends the under in this one. So Mindy's on the under. I like the under, but I'm on the Red Wings here as my free play.
Sounds good.
Here's the Canucks and the Islanders in this one. I'm showing the Islanders are -220, 6 over 20.
Is this another one that moved? No, this wasn't it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go under again, Ramon. I feel like I'm a broken record here today. Islanders 4-1 over the last 5, allowing less than 1 goal over those last 5 games here. Under 6-0 in the Islanders' last 6. Under 8-1 in the Islanders' last 10 following a win. Taking the under. Oh yeah, maybe this one was one that had moved. It looks like I had it at 6.5 earlier, but I'll be taking the under 6.
Yeah, this was another 6.5er, but I like the under. The action's pretty sharp here, and the fact that it's still 6 over 20 percent betters on the under in this one. I'm on the under here in this one, no doubt. I'm not sure I can get off this one. Yes, maybe I'd like to buy it, but it feels too strong, and I want to get on this one with you for show purposes because I feel like this is a pretty strong play on the under. Yeah, maybe these teams actually do trend a little bit over for the most part, especially Vancouver, right? I mean, you can't spell over without Vancouver. I think you can. Wait, over? No. I think you need, you can't spell over without Vancouver. Okay, that's a fact. And that's why they call them Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Kiadra here, though, on the Islanders. Oh, I don't mind that at all.
Sure.
Probably going to delay the puck line. Tony's going to do it. He's going to lay the puck line. That's probably the way I would go too. I mean, is it going to be 3-1? Is it going to be 4? Is it going to be 3-1? 4-2 is a push. So guess we would need 3-1. Jeffrey's on the under as well. So we're going on the under here, Mindy. Maybe it might be 3-2. That's the problem. Vancouver, they got the puck line for me last time when it looked like they were. They're the kings of that last minute puck line. It seems like. Any Vancouver watchers out there, it seems like they always get that puck line at the last minute and end up getting the puck line money. Let's take a look. They're 18-13 as a puck line underdog, and here they're just laying $1.32. So, but I would prefer the Islanders puck line actually. But I'll take the under with Mindy. We got 3 plays in hockey. One more.
There we go. We're at 9.
He's good at
1 to go, right? 1 to go.
He's good at setting that line. All right. Vegas Golden Knights and Minnesota Wild. The Wild are $1.20, and this total is very, very low. 5.5, 15. Now I'm showing Hill there, as the goalie and not Thompson. Has anybody seen anything else necessarily? I mean, I think Thompson is going to be in there. The talk is now that he is going to be, and I've got to change. I mean, that's what struck me at first was the fact that this game had moved from 6 under to 5.5 over, and that Hill was listed as the overnight possibility. Really? But I think Thompson's got to be in there.
Yeah, I was bummed when this one moved to 5.5. I was like, man, I really wanted that one at 6. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Golden Knights, the Fighting Ramones from Las Vegas here. I think they can get me some plus money victory here today. It might not be much. I was sitting at about plus 105 when I saw it earlier. I'm taking the Knights. They are 1-1 in the last 2 games here, putting up 3 goals. Wild. Just haven't been doing anything. I don't know what happened to them. 0-2. Maybe it's going to be a different story at home, but I'll take the Knights.
Maybe it will be a different story at home. That's what I'm wondering. So Verley says he's got a great price on this
Nice.
game. So
I love that.
yeah, yeah, and that's what I would. This game got steamed to the under, and you see Jeffrey Linton wants the under here as well.
Sure.
So um, yeah, maybe it'll just have to be a free play for me. I'll take. How about if I take the under in this
Okay.
one? Mindy. So we do have some representation. You said you were leaning towards it. You can always buy it up, certainly. And I'm
Sure.
sure. Let's
I
see.
just can't on Tony's site.
Right. No, it's pretty much 5.5 everywhere on the main, price. Like I said, always can buy half at the books. And
Personally,
TJ,
yes, I will.
I think he's saying any time it's 5.5, he just goes under.
True. They hit more often than not, right? You
Evan
won't lose.
Vancouver. Oh, we're talking about that game. So. All right, great show. 3 picks in hockey, 4 in college basketball, 2 in pro basketball for 9. Right on that total.
That's right. Look at us go.
Yeah, TJ says automatic. He just looks at 5.5, knows under. So only if it were that easy. But I tend to agree with the generalization.
Sure.
So great to have you guys. Kiadra wants under in that final game as well. Thanks for joining us here on the Morning Steam. Well, Mindy updates us with our picks for today. Don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Check out the handicapper leaderboards. See who's hot. Then click on the All Cappers tab. Find the handicapper of your choice and get signed up. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. There you see Mindy. She was 8-4 on Wednesday's card for plus 335 units. Great job, Mindy, there. And we get ready for a weekend. We'll take tomorrow off. We'll be dark, and we'll be back on Saturday with more Morning Steam. And maybe we'll talk some Super Bowl. We'll mostly talk about college basketball. I'm
Right.
sure. Here comes the NBA plays for today. The Bulls +1. The Bucks -5.5.
And what did you have for Northwestern? I didn't write down the spread.
The line. It says the line.
Was it 4.5?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
4.5, and we'll be lucky. Yeah, we'll get 4.5. But man, it just seems like Northwestern was such a hot play by everybody there. Thanks, percent better, Corday, TJ. Good to see all you guys. UAB +2, Northwestern +4.5, Arizona State over 138.5, and USC +4.5. 3 underdogs.
Winners.
3 underdogs. I gotta like that in our 5 games that we previewed today. Make sure you go into the Discord Friday night. Let us know what games you'd like to see on Saturday. It's hard for us to choose off of that huge card. Usually we just try to pick some top games, but there's some.
Usually try to pick a little bit later in the evening as well, just so we could get those, repurposed and out there.
Yep, good point. Good point. All right, and here comes that last NHL. Mindy, you found your emoji on one of the teams.
Well, I have to go fast, so
Yeah.
I can't be looking around too much.
Yeah,
That one popped up.
Okay. There's like not a Kraken emoji, like a Kraken
I would have a look to see. Is there a sea monster? We'll check. Let's look.
Probably like a seahorse or something. Kraken under 6.5. Sharks plus a goal and a half, and Canucks under 6. All right, great job, everybody. Great show. Thank you so much for joining us for Morning Steam. Appreciate everybody. I know we didn't get any records or anything like that, but I know we were hanging out in the 80s, weren't we there, Mindy?
Yeah, we were. So
Okay.
it was still a good day for Teams Team. So we appreciate all of your support. That's for sure.
Yep, I think we were 500 yesterday or a game under, so we'll turn it up today because I think the chat was pretty solid with some of their picks. Really got us on the picks early, so hopefully we'll come through. If not, we'll just buy Mindy's package to guarantee us a winning day. All right. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye bye.